Hello everybody, this is Ritty. Today I'm going to be going over the fishing tournament, which is going to be held for the very first time since launch on April 11th. One important thing to note before we get started is that this event will not trigger unless you already have 3 residents moved in. Stay tuned for the end of this video and I'm going to give you a room tour of all the items that you can get from this tournament. So before I even talk to our tournament host CJ, one thing you can do to prep is craft a whole bunch of bait. It's going to make it so much easier to rack up points as quickly as possible. This is completely optional, but it saves you a lot of time and a lot of energy. So if you don't already know, you can dig up these clams in the sand, and it only takes 1 clam to make 1 bait and 1 bait to get 1 fish. And every fish that you get equals 1 point in this tournament, and you're going to need 300 points to get the gold trophy. It's also going to be a good idea to stock up on a few fishing rods, whether you want to craft them or buy them, as they're only going to last a couple rounds each. Now after you feel like you've crafted enough bait, or if you skip that altogether, we're going to go meet CJ in Town Square and he's going to explain to us the rules. So the very first tournament that you enter is going to be free, but every tournament that you enter afterwards is going to cost 500 bells. So after CJ starts the clock, you're going to have 3 minutes to catch as many fish as you can. It doesn't matter what they are or how big they are, you just want to catch as many as possible. Now if you made bait, you want to head to a spot that's closest to you, wherever that is on your island, and just start spreading it. I like to go to the beach because if you spread it, it's going to spawn right in front of you and you can catch them without them really giving you a hard time or without you really having to adjust yourself. So I'm going to speed this part just a little bit, but as you can see, it's so easy to catch fish back to back with bait as opposed to frantically searching the island. I tend to average anywhere between 1 and 4 without bait, but with bait I can go up to like 9. One thing to take note of is that if you catch at least 3 fish during each round, you're going to get a 2-point bonus. But don't worry if you only tend to catch like 1 or 2 fish each round, because the points are cumulative throughout the day and you can play as many times as you want until 6 p.m. Now, casting a line around the 10-second mark is going to be super risky because it takes about 4 seconds to reel in the fish, and if it doesn't land in your hand by the time the timer runs out, it's not going to count. So now we're going to check in with CJ, and the fish that we've caught will not be in our inventory. It's instead going to be in his cooler to the right. So I caught 7 fish this round, so I get a 2-point bonus for a total of 9 points. Here in the cooler, I can take out any fish that I don't want to sell, because once I sell it, I can't get them back. You can still sell any fish that's in your pocket, but it's not going to count or give you any additional points. After you emptied your cooler, you can now talk to CJ and either start another tournament, or you can click the something else option to swap out your points for swag. For every 10 points in your pool, you get 1 piece of swag. Swapping out your points does not affect your cumulative points, so don't be afraid to spend it all. You can either spend it now, or you can wait till you're done at the end of the day to swap it out all at once. Once he's given you every single piece of swag that you can get, they're going to start repeating. But some of these repeats are going to have different colorways that I'm going to show you at the end of the video. One thing that I noticed is that your fishing rod will not break while you're on the clock, but they will break when the timer runs out. Now, the fastest and easiest way and the most fun way to rack up those points is to invite your friends over to play. So in co-op mode, each tournament is actually going to be free and you don't play against each other, but each fish you catch is going to count towards the same pool. You also get an additional point bonus if you catch more than 5 fish as a group. So a cool method to getting a head start is having everybody go scout out for fish, and once everyone's taken their spot, have somebody start the clock. So altogether we caught 10 fish, and we get a co-op bonus of 2 points because we caught more than 5 fish. And on top of that, I get another 2-point bonus for catching more than 3 fish. Okay, finally, I'm going to give you a room tour of every single item that you can get through the fish tournament. I'm going to start here with the anchor statues. Now, these statues have 6 different colorways, and if you don't end up getting all the items in all the different colorways you want, you can actually just customize them. So next up I have these fish drying racks. They come in 3 different colorways. There's the octopus, there's the squid, and there's the fish. There's a fishing wand that I also have in my hand. If you don't already know, a wand is used as a tool to bring up a bar of different outfits that you can switch out. Here is the fish prints that you can get, and again, they are all customizable if you don't get the ones that you want. There's 7 of them. Next, there is the fish umbrella. It's really super cute. There's 3 different types of fishing rods, and here is a fish cooler that actually doesn't serve as an actual fish cooler. It actually serves as a closet. Next is the tackle bag and the fish pochette. Right beneath it is a fishing tournament tee. Here are the 7 different door plates that you can hang on your door. Again, you can customize these each. Lastly, let me not forget to mention the marine pop wallpaper as well as the rug. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. I had a ton of fun fishing. If you have any questions, please comment below and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability.